Welcome to the Hope Hotline. Thank you for joining us today. Sorry about missing. We weren't on Wednesday, right?
We were not.
Sorry, I wasn't on Wednesday. Hopefully. Good things happened on Wednesday. Maybe Tom will announce it on Sunday. I don't know. But good stuff. Wasn't here for a good reason. Not that I wouldn't miss the podcast for a bad reason, because I have. But it was good.
Life.
Huh?
Life.
Life is life.
Life
That's
is
true.
life.
Life happens.
Life happens.
But all good things, people.
Yes.
Like November is like hands down probably one of my favorite months of the year.
Oh, I love that.
Yes. You know why?
Because it's my birthday.
No. But that does help. For most that don't know, Norma and Tracy are born on the same day.
We are birthday twins.
We will be celebrating those on Wednesday.
And we're turning the same age. Somehow. We're both 25.
That is true.
I don't know how it happened, but...
Man, 25 is the year, almost 26, but 25 was the year I met Tom.
Wow.
It's a great year.
Oh, that's sweet.
Probably the best year of my life.
Aw,
Well,
so
because I
sweet.
met him, but
That's so sweet.
whatever. Yeah. So, man, you just sit there and go, sorry guys, the arm of my chair. I'm going to tell you, like, in all my wildest dreams, and probably you guys will say the same thing about your husband, but I will tell you this, in my wildest dreams, I did not know that someone like him existed out there.
Aw.
And like that, if there was, like, I would get that person.
Yeah.
That's
That's
why he
crazy.
broke up with me 3 times, and I didn't give up.
You didn't.
Not a quitter, people.
You're not a quitter.
Not a quitter.
You are not.
Didn't pursue him, but
Right.
I just
you didn't
waited
quit.
silently
Okay. I like that.
with no crying. That's a lie. I did cry.
You
Yes.
cried?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like bawling cry, or just like, sad. Like this is like hurts my heart.
I
Like a
don't-
single shed.
Yeah, I don't
tear.
think I bawled. I
Yeah.
don't think I bawl very much.
I was gonna say.
Like as an adult person, I did bawling probably until I was like 21, 22.
Okay.
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 You know, 'cause
once
you're
your
stupid at that
once
age.
your frontal lobe closed, you were like, no more bawling.
Yeah, everything shut down. Well, plus I left a bad lifestyle.
True.
So when that lifestyle was pretty rough, people. So there's a lot of bawling going on because of
That's
Okay.
fair.
my decisions.
Right. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was mostly crying because I was such an idiot. Like, how did I do this to myself?
Fair.
But truthfully, yeah, no, probably I can't recall bawling very much.
Okay.
I'm
That's
not a
great.
crier though, so that doesn't say anything. That doesn't mean those that bawl are weak or something. It's just your nature.
Yeah.
Right. It's
Some
how you
people's
relieve-
nature is just to cry.
Yeah. It's how you relieve stress.
That's how they relieve. I punch faces to relieve stress.
Right,
You
right.
bawl to relieve stress. There's a
Exactly.
difference. There's a difference.
A
Both
good
of them.
cry session in the shower, though.
You're a crier though, so hello.
Not
Yeah.
anymore, though. I'm not quick to cry.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever seen you like cry.
I was then, not so much now.
Like when you were younger.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. You're just young and your emotions are running rampant and
think
you're
so.
hormonal and I mean, it's pretty
I think
common.
the older you get, the more like solid you become.
True.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah. I wasn't much of a crier anyway.
Yeah.
But there was a certain period of time where calamity hit me on every side. Again, because of my decisions. But like you literally, I'm like, you really feel like, and I know like that's one of the reasons why you'll never get me to go back and walk away from God. Because there were moments of like, and then there's moments of like screaming for your life because like all hell is breaking loose. But yeah, there wasn't enough happy times
Right.
to overtake the bad times.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
no, thank you. There's nothing in that lifestyle that is appealing to me.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'll stay right where I'm at.
Smart.
Yeah, and I totally get why people that live in calamity, they're like, get me out of here. But then they don't even get saved. I don't understand that.
Yeah, I don't either.
You make no sense, people.
I know.
Keep repeating the same old pattern over and over again.
Expecting a different
Yeah.
result.
It's actually neuroscience, actually.
We like neuroscience.
And
I'm a big
what do you
fan.
mean by that?
So we have these pathways in our brain.
Yes.
And so our brain craves comfort. And so that behavior and that like way of living equals comfort in our brain somehow. And so it's in
Calamity?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And so in order
Ugh.
to disrupt that, you have to literally do the opposite. And you have to be consistently doing the opposite to create new pathways so that your brain can rewire itself.
Interesting.
I know.
That's interesting.
Yeah. That's why we're supposed to renew our minds every day.
Yeah. Because the cycle is vicious and you will stay on that thing.
You need to break it.
It's true.
Yeah. For those of you who are living anxiety, depression, and
Yeah.
like renew the mind.
Yeah. And although like
The pathogens are there, correct?
calamity is hard, but it's familiar.
Right.
Well, look, some people live in drama because
Yeah.
they grow up in it
Right.
and it's all they know.
Right.
So it
So it feels like comfort.
that makes sense to me
Yeah.
to a certain extent.
Yeah, like people will go back to old relationships that were super toxic, you know, it's just what they know. And I know, there's a certain person that I know that I'm very close to. Whenever something good would happen, they would like run from it because they knew what happened. The pattern was something good happens and then something bad gets taken away. So why even allow the good to like get better? Because eventually it's going to be taken away from you.
Yeah, I've known somebody that was like that too, and I'm like, you're deceiving yourself,
Right.
Right.
and you've never stuck to the good long enough to find out that you're deceiving yourself.
Right. Right.
I don't know,
Yep.
but
So they break through and then
They
hang
go right
on
back.
tight. Hang on tight.
Yeah.
Create those new pathways.
I love November.
Okay. Tell us
I love
about it.
November. I love November for, first of all, it gets cooler. That fresh air, and even if you live up north, it's the same. Down here, we're getting reprieve and relief, but we started that in October, even September. September
know.
was beautiful.
Yeah.
October was great. November is killing it, although we are going to start freezing to death
Yeah.
on Tuesday.
A little extreme, but
Like, we
Yeah.
could have frost, they are saying. My chickens.
crazy.
I'm worried about my
that's
chickens.
so crazy.
But for me, November is very fresh. It's like about family, it's about friends, and it's all about those fall leaves that I do not get to see, but I get to look at in pictures. I love, you got to see fall leaves, right, Tracy?
I did. They were beautiful.
Yeah, I'm jealous because my sister's looking at fall leaves right now.
Where is she?
She is in the Shenandoah Mountains, I believe.
Oh, I went there for my birthday one year.
You did?
Yes.
Or Tennessee, I can't remember.
Okay.
One of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's seeing some fall leaves. My other sister, I think, just left the Shenandoah Mountains but she lives up there.
Yeah.
I'm all confused.
That's okay. So is Vanessa.
It's all good.
She's saying happy birthday to everybody instead of happy Friday. Happy birthday! Everybody's birthday.
Gosh, this shirt is too short. It's driving me crazy.
Ooh, crop top Friday.
I know. Golly, I keep getting a cold breeze up my back.
Oh my God.
It's not comfortable, people. But you know, one of the things that I think I love about November is a great reminder of the Thanksgiving, and I think it's super important. And we're going to focus this month on thankfulness, gratitude, being grateful, because I think a lot of times we focus so much on what we don't have versus what we do have. And even in the things that you don't have, you do have something. You should be grateful for what you do have and thankful in the things that are to come. And I just think that we totally are very entitled, I think is a great word for it. I think we're very entitled. We're very spoiled. We're always looking for the next thing, and we're never satisfied with where we're at.
Yeah.
And that is a dangerous place to live, because Paul talked about being content in all our ways, not just being stable in all our ways, being content in every place that we're at. Because he said, in want or in need, or in want or in plenty, he has learned to be content. And that's really where we need to be. And contentment will create and breed thankfulness and gratitude. So that's what we're going to talk about today. But do you want to do our thing before we get started?
I
Beauty.
do. Alrighty. If you're on Facebook, say hello. You could be on Foundation Church's page or on the Hope Hotline. But we'd love to know that you're here watching. Just pop in real comments real quick. And if you want to engage in the conversation, head over to Rumble. Let's see who's on the chat. We got Sharon on there, Anne Marie, Vanessa wishing everybody a happy birthday. Hi, Mom. Glad you're here.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And everybody else watching, there's a bunch of you. So just drop your name in the comment. Let us know where you're watching from. We're glad you're all here. If you're on YouTube, we're having a weird thing with YouTube right now. They think that we're a crisis hotline. So it is harder to find us. So YouTube's been very silly. No matter how many times I send them a screenshot and tell them that we're not a crisis hotline, they apparently still think we are. So YouTube, if you're listening, we're not. We are a fun Q&A. Let us live. It's always YouTube or Facebook.
I hate them.
I know. So just come over to Rumble. That's where we're at. We do have Black Robe up and running, but nobody's talking over there. So if you want to have the conversation, just stay with us on Rumble. Hey, Supergirl, Florida. Glad you're joining us. Let us know your name if you want. We'd love to say hello to you. If you have a question, guess what? You can send it in. askhope@hopehotline.com. We love to know what's going on in your life. If you're a new believer and we've already answered the question, I'll still send it over to Hope. She might want to do it again or maybe give some more feedback to it. Or I'll send you the podcast of that question. I usually can find them pretty easily. So we have had a lot of questions throughout the years. And so I bet we can find something to help you move along past that. If you love Natalie, we do too. And she is here once a month. I already have another question for her. So yeah, I love all the new stuff that keeps popping out. I love getting her perspective because I know she studies it out and she's still very active in the medical community. So there's still a lot of information that she is seeing. Plus she does her research and she's a believer and loves the Lord. And so it's such a great way to be able to connect with her and see what she thinks about the stuff going on. And if you're looking for somebody to trust as a physician, she is your girl. So go check out her website, but also she will be here next month. So send those questions in. We are on Instagram and we are also, I'm going to switch to this one. We are also on TikTok along with Vanessa, me and Talia, and Hope is killing it. Oh, look, that we have your new one, but we're showing your old one too, because I wanted to show how much growth. Just kidding. That's an accident. That was a mistake. So she is at 2,700 followers right now. And we just last week, the last time I did a screenshot, you were at 2,500.
That's
so
crazy.
She is moving very, very quickly.
We're moving and shaking.
Moving and shaking, moving and shaking. And Pastor Tom as well. His TLP clips are almost at 1,000.
That's
and
crazy.
He has almost 500 followers on TikTok. And
It took me forever to get to
know,
500
I
on
know.
TikTok.
And he
It's
really-
taken him not even 2 months.
I know. And he's gotten the $2,300 or $2,300, I wish, 2,300 view on that one about.
Is it 23,000 or 2,300?
23,000. Thank you. 23,500 views on that one. And it was about forgiveness in your marriage. And a lot of people had a lot to say about that one. So it was good.
Really?
Yeah. They how do you forgive somebody if they don't want forgiveness, or do you stay in a marriage? There was a lot of questions on that one.
Interesting.
But yeah, that was good. And then obviously the TLP, there's a lot going on in the world right now. So Pastor Tom has a lot to say about it. So that's a great place to get like bite sizes if you want bite sizes. But of course, he is live Monday through Friday. So check him out there. And then our good old Foundation Church worship is just moving and grooving.
Music's always easy.
Yeah. So we got 616. And if you are on TikTok, find us over there, follow us, like, repost, comment, share, do all the stuff on there too for us, because that always helps. And we love getting our information out there for everybody. And then, of course, last is our merch. We got to get something new this year. So we're going to...
Miss Sharon,
Yeah, I know. She just asked. I said the teal color was kind of hard with our logo, so maybe gray with our logo. We do have a gray TLP, and we have a gray Foundation Church. So do we want?
Why don't you do a pink?
Okay, pink. It might look weird with the logo. Just some of it might disappear.
Okay.
We could do a white logo and do a pink zip up. But it's just the logo that makes it a little challenging. I think that's why we stuck with gray. With the other ones, but I don't know. So I think the teal color was the issue, but I know she just asked again. She's
I told her to.
Squeaky wheel.
I saw her last night. She's
Yep.
like, "What's up?" Because it's that weather. It's
It
sweater
is that-
weather.
I know it's perfect time now. Now we're here. We're not dripping sweat anymore. But yeah, I'll reach out to Heather and see what our options are with the logo, because that makes it a little tough. But Sharon, you better be rocking your UBU shirt and your hat and your mug and your spoon. If you're not buying the other merch, I'm gonna come get you. So, anyways,
so
but
funny.
yeah, but that is that's where we're at with all that good stuff. So, Hope, I'm coming back to you. We do have a couple of our things, but so we're ready. Oh wait, I do have our Dare to Be.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I apologize. I wasn't in the mood to make this promo.
Oh, okay. Starting over. Restart. There you go. Oh, here we go.
Join us November 14th at 7 p.m. for a night designed just for you. A night filled with healing, hope, and a powerful encounter with God. Experience heartfelt worship, uplifting Bible teaching, and a community of women who believe in what God can do. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. Come early and grab a seat. Bring a friend, come expectant, and get ready to dare to be all that God created you to be.
Okay.
Outside of the commercial part, the voiceover, no one would come with that
Oh
voice.
my gosh.
It's like,
It's very jazzy.
I'm like, I don't know what, if I just was like, I was ready to go.
You were ready to go.
It's a
You were.
little grouchy, maybe.
I
I don't know if I was grouchy. I was just more like, let's just do this.
Yeah, right.
There's no happiness in that
Yeah,
voice.
yeah. I'll call you out
No
next
bouncy.
time for it. I was actually
bouncy.
I was listening for mistakes, because that one you did make a few mistakes and you kind of started over again. So we made some clips in there, but you mustered through. So I was like, we got through it. But next time I'll be like, you don't sound happy.
Yeah.
I'll call you out, and you
no
can
happy,
decide.
bouncy voice.
No, it wasn't.
Because I wasn't. But because I was just like,
That's all right. We're
I
doing
think it was
another
a
one.
really busy day.
It
Been
was.
really, like, there's been so much going on around here.
There
It's
is.
been, some days I'm just like, I'm done.
Yep.
I'm done.
Yep.
I'm tired, Grandpa.
Exactly. So I read this. Now, girls, you're going to give your 2 cents, even though you really didn't know what the topic was, because I just told you before we
Ready
walked in
in
the room.
season and out of season,
That's
right?
But you guys are always ready to go. So I read this really good statement about being grateful. And I was like, I love that. So I'm going to use it. So that's what I did.
Perfect.
It says, what the statement was is gratitude is not a reaction to good circumstances, but a weapon that realigns your spirit with heaven.
Perfect. Check.
I'm going to write that down for myself, like besides in my computer.
Yeah,
Like, that is so true, though.
it is.
I'm going to read it again.
Please.
Gratitude is not a reaction to good circumstances, but a weapon that realigns your spirit with heaven.
Yeah.
You know what it reminds me of? That song that Norma sings, This Is How I Fight My Battles?
Yeah.
Because that song talks about fighting your battles with being thankful and with gratitude.
Right.
And like, it's so true. If you're expectant for a positive results, if you're expectant of a positive result, then you can be thankful for it in advance.
Right.
It's like one of the ways to pray, especially if you're believing for something financial or healing or whatever the case may be, or an answer to prayer that involves maybe somebody else. One of the things it says is, one of the steps of prayer is, you obviously come and you make sure that you're clean before the Lord, meaning that there's no sin in your life. So you go before Him with a pure heart, then you can begin to. I try not ask too much when I'm praying. I actually try and shower the Lord with praise, which is the next step. So you come to Him with a repentant heart, then you come with praise, then you can come and thanksgiving. Well, it's really praise, and then you come with your requests, and then you end with thanksgiving. Because when you end with thanksgiving, you're thanking Him for the very thing that you were asking Him to do. Does that make sense, ladies?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So that's kind of like a formula with prayer. And that's what I try and do but most of my praying, I don't even do with English. I do it in my prayer language because the Holy Spirit speaks far better for me than I do myself. But I do make sure that I praise Him before I even start talking to Him. I always praise and like let Him know how much I love Him.
Yeah.
I can't like not do that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like when I see Tom, one of the first things I always want to do is show him or tell him how much I love him and then have a conversation with him. Well, I do the same exact thing with the Lord. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, are you guys any different than that?
no, but I think it's biblical. Like His word says, enter His gates with thanksgiving and praise. Like we should
Yeah. And
enter in His presence with thanksgiving. Like,
and
and
courts
didn't
with praise.
Jesus's prayer start with thanksgiving? Our
Our
Father
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done.
with praise, like just honor, like
Honoring Him,
Honoring
hallowed
Him.
be thy
Yeah.
name. That's true.
yeah,
That's very true. And I think the formula comes from the Lord's Prayer, actually, now that you bring that up. The formula of how to pray, like with, like bullet points, is taken from the Lord's Prayer. So, yeah. Good point. Philippians 4:6-7, and I'm going to do the New Living Translation, says, don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. And then it says, tell God what you need and thank Him for all He has done. Okay. So you're going to tell Him what you need, but then you're going to thank Him for all He has done. And has He done all of it? Yeah. If you're like, there's something about claiming something. It's like when we got this building. Before we got this building, Tom and I would drive by this building because we had to pass through here so often. We'd drive by. If I was by myself or if we were together, we would drive by and we say, we claim that building in the name of Jesus. And we thank you that it is ours. So did we have it? Was it done? No. But in our heart and mind, it was.
Yeah.
We believed that the building the church was supposed to be in was this building. And so we just prophetically claimed it. And then we thanked Him. So that's where I think that comes from. But also, should you be thanking Him for the things He's also done, already done? Yeah, 100%. And I think what happens is once it's a done deal, then we move on to the next thing and we forget to even be grateful,
Right.
which is not good because we do that in life. With a lot of things, like if we really, everybody aspires to get something, whether, let's say, like women. Okay, so like when you get married and you got married and you're both very young, so all you could afford was really like a small engagement ring and band, right? So a woman will always be like at this, me included. I was always like at this time, at like my 25th year anniversary, I want a new wedding band set. Well, the thing is once you get that wedding band set, a lot of times you're like, oh, the expectation was far better than receiving it. So you're like, oh, okay, now what's next?
Yeah.
And that's where we always live is what's next. Instead of being like grateful that we have it. There should be a period of time where there shouldn't be a what's next. It should be a period of time where you're just grateful
Right.
for what you have. But that's not how we tend to live, especially in the United States. Yeah, other countries, maybe. But definitely here, we're always looking for the next thing. 1 Thessalonians 5:18 says, be thankful in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you who belong to Christ. Be thankful in all circumstances. So should you be thankful in the bad ones?
Yep.
Yeah, you should. And people will say, why should you be thankful in the bad ones? And I would say that to Vanessa and Tracy. Why would you be thankful in the bad ones?
Are you asking?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Why would you be thankful in the bad ones?
Well, there has been situations. I have two reasons. Number one is the Bible says that because it'll mature you and it'll show your true colors. Are you really, truly trusting God in every
point.
situation? But number two,
Good point.
yeah. Number two is that sometimes you think that this is the best case for you. Like this is the best case scenario, but you don't even know what's better. So sometimes when it seems like a trial and it's really hard and it goes away and then you open yourself up to something else, it's a million times better. And if you're like, if I only knew, I wouldn't even been that upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
Good point.
Okay.
Vanessa, do you want to add anything to that?
Ditto to that.
It's something we talk about a lot.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
And I have just trained my brain to always expect the best case scenario. So when something happens, if I'm faced with whatever it is, like I have trained my mind to go, okay, here's an opportunity to see God move. And I'm always expecting the best.
Which is faith.
Yeah. And God is faithful.
Always.
Always.
It's so true. The thing is like, if you, in the bad circumstances, I believe, more so than in the good, because how hard is it in the good circumstances? Not hard at all. But in the bad circumstances that you're walking through, if you're grateful or thankful through those things, your mind shifts. There's a mind shift or a mindset shift that when you go from being grateful and thankful from negative to those things, it's a positive shift in your mentality of what your expectations are. So for me, I gave some examples. Here's some things that I would tell you that I see with people a lot, but I'm going to just give you an example of some things. Like people want brand new cars, right? Yeah. They have an older car that's not the greatest. They don't take care of the older car. And they think that somehow, some way, when they get the new car, they won't be dirty and disgusting anymore. That's not true. Take care of what he who is faithful with little will be faithful with much. Yeah. So take care of the car that you don't think is so great. Prove yourself so when you do get the new car, you will take care of it. But that's not what I'm talking about. Most people are always pining for the new vehicle or the new this or that, right? But what I would say to you in example of the car is a mindset shift would be is, what if you didn't have the car? Because I've lived without a car. And guess how my mode of transportation? Bus.
Yeah.
Subway. Okay, those aren't always convenient, okay? I was grateful for the bus and the subway because I would have had to walk. But it would have been far better to have a vehicle. Because a vehicle, I don't have to wait on a schedule.
Right.
I make my schedule and I come and go as I please. And so if you really thought about, okay, I don't have the car that I want, but I'm not riding the bus, I'm not riding a bike, I'm not in the rain, like literally you have something that a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
And be grateful that you have that mode of transportation. It may not be ideal for you, but at least you have it.
Right.
And that's a mindset shift, being grateful for the very thing that you have. A lot of people are not grateful. They get in the car and they're like, oh, I hate this car. You might not have, you don't have to have it. You're blessed to have it. A lot of times people complain because they can't go into a store and buy whatever they want. Okay, God said he'll meet all your needs, right? Not all your wants. And a lot of times he will give us our wants. But I would sit there and say to you is, are your bills paid? Can you buy groceries? Do you have groceries in the pantry? Because really at the end of the day, So what? You can't go to any store you want at any time you want and buy whatever you want. Like everybody that I know in life, including myself, does not on a constant basis or a consistent basis are able to just go into the store whenever they want to and buy whatever they want to all the time. No, if you're a good steward of your money, there are times and situations where, like, thank God I had the money to replace the water heater, which meant that, guess what? I don't get a new outfit. I don't get new shoes. But I got what I needed, which was a water heater. There was a time, one year, it was like, I think it was 2023. Virtually everything in our house went. From our air conditioner to our water heater to our water system. And this is all after Ian, where we needed a new roof. Everything went. Like the pool pump, I think, went. Like everything went. And it was a miracle. We had a financial blessing come in, and it was a miracle. We didn't know that all that stuff was going to break. I didn't go shopping. I went and bought things that my house needed because it was 20 plus years old and things started like normal wear and tear. Yeah. So I had the money to not go and buy a whole bunch of new clothes or a new car or whatever. Instead, the money went to replacing things around the house that were not cheap. Okay, so guess what? I'm grateful that a need was met. Not everybody. It's being a good steward of your money and not just, I mean, am I wrong, ladies? Like, you don't always get to, in life, nobody that I know of does all of that.
Right.
There's times where you can go shopping and you can get whatever you want. And then there's times there's like, not today. I'm going to be wise with my funds.
Yep. 100%.
So mindset, it's like looking at things and going, thank the Lord, God, you never fail me. And I have the fun, I have the money that is needed to take care of what I need to take care of.
And if you do that enough times, then it becomes your default. It's like, okay. And there isn't stress attached to it or worry attached to it. It's just, it literally becomes your default. That thought process, that way of thinking. Because going back to neuroscience, anxiousness releases stress hormones. That goes down a different pathway. And thankfulness actually releases dopamine and serotonin, which is a completely different pathway. That's why the two can't ever coexist.
Interesting.
So if you choose thankfulness, you're choosing a pathway that actually releases dopamine. So you're releasing a ton of like feel-good hormones, so you feel more joyful. You feel more like peaceful and calm by just being thankful. So
interesting.
And then it can't cross the pathway to anxiety because the pathways literally don't like connect at all. So you can't be anxious and thankful at the same time, ever.
And that's what it says about the mind. Is that what they have?
Yeah. It's been proven scientifically.
Yeah.
That you cannot be anxious and thankful at the same time.
At the same time. It's two completely different pathways.
It's like two magnetic opposites.
Yeah.
Where you put the two positives together and they
literally
won't go together.
And the hormone that's released for one decreases that like it increases what cortisol or
yeah.
So
cortisol.
It does the opposite. So being anxious rises cortisol, but being thankful lowers cortisol and releases dopamine.
Yeah.
So it's actually like hormonal.
It's
Isn't
wild.
That so cool.
It's super cool. It's super cool. It's so
It's
hard.
like God did on purpose.
Literally.
Like he created our bodies or something.
Literally.
Imagine that.
Imagine that.
Imagine that.
That's amazing.
I know.
I didn't know that those
Yeah.
two didn't go together.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And so now that I'm like teaching apologetics to our homeschool kids, like
Yeah.
We don't need to be afraid of science. We don't need to be afraid to touch that subject because science actually proves that there is a God.
Right.
Yes, and I love apologetics.
Me too.
Yeah.
And if you don't know anything about it, You need to know about it because
Yeah.
you'll then be able to, like, if you know apologetics, then it will, once you learn that part of things, no one will ever be able to convince you that God's not real.
True.
Super important.
Yep. Very true.
It will ground you so deep and to the truth that if you went to a college, you would know the lie immediately because that's what they try and do.
Right.
They try in college, they try and renew your mind,
Yeah. True.
So
twist the
wild.
truth.
Very true.
But apologetics gives you a firm foundation, and you can't they can't disprove what the word and the proof of the word that you learn. I love it. A lot of people don't even know it or have ever spent any time in it.
True.
And so you really need to.
It solidifies what you believe.
Yes.
It really does, because it's like it's everywhere. Everything points to God. Creation, science, math, all of it points to God. It's so cool.
But that's one of the reasons people like Darwin, and there's differing opinions on this, but there's been a lot of scientists have tried to disprove the word or disprove things that the Bible scientifically says. And they can't. They can't do it. So they end up getting saved.
Right.
Because
true.
theirs is a theory. The Bible is a fact.
With evidence.
Yeah.
Fact is evidence. Theories are you're trying to prove it theoretically that what you believe is true. A fact is a proven truth.
Right.
And that's what they find out with the Bible. I mean, plenty of people have tried to like say otherwise, but they can't. Like every turn they take, there's another fact to prove that it is truth.
Right.
And a lot of times, too, I will say, like what you were saying, Tracy, is a lot of times people, I think it was you, Tracy, like people believe or pray or they want something. And for me, I sit there and go, a lot of times you should be grateful and thankful for unanswered prayers,
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
which goes along with what you were saying.
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
a lot of
absolutely.
times your prayer isn't God's will for you. And
Right.
that doesn't come with healing. It doesn't come with provision,
Yeah.
those things.
Right.
What I'm saying is there's a lot of times people pray for a new job.
Yeah.
They pray for not a new job, but the same career in a different place. We see it all the time. That people pray for certain things. They'll pray for a husband. And the first shiny little thing that comes along, they believe that that's the answer to that prayer. It's not. Discernment and finding out, is this God's true will for you? And then when you find out it's not, then you're all bummed and upset. And it's like, unanswered prayers are not always the worst thing on the face of the earth. They're actually sometimes a really good thing because your carnal nature was wanting something that God's saying that's not good for you. You should be thankful that you have, it's like a good parent who helps make your decisions for you and says you're not doing that, even though, like me, wanting to go and lay out in the middle of the road when I was like, I don't know, 5, and I did, and my dad marched out there. That's not a good idea. You know, no, it's not a good idea. But in your mind, you want to do something that is as dangerous as what I just said.
Yeah.
And because it's not literally laying in the road, you're like, oh, it's okay. No, you don't understand. You married the wrong person. It's like laying in the middle of the road. You're going to like live a horrible life. And it can be devastating. So unanswered prayers, sometimes, most of the time, you should be grateful. You should be thankful because that unanswered prayer probably saved you from a horrible
For real.
decision or life.
Yep.
Another one I think is like little things, right? I thought about this is, you know how when you get like, this happened to us on last Thursday when we went to get that dog for Norma and we got scammed and stuff like that. We went to Ocala. Well, when we came back, like we passed this, we didn't know what it was, but we saw like traffic backed up really bad. We were sitting in traffic for an extra 2+ hours. Mm-hmm. And I was so frustrated. I was so like, oh my gosh. Then we found out that a young man who was, I think it was 19 years old, was on a motorcycle, and he wasn't paying attention, and he went into a dump truck, got stuck under the truck. And, you sit there and go, okay, how many times have you been stuck in traffic or, been delayed, not because you weren't on time for something, but you get a delay, you're being responsible, now you're late for something and you're frustrated or whatever. And then later on down the road, you see an accident. And if you would have been there right at the right time, you would have been in that accident. And instead of getting frustrated and mad and angry, and I think this is something you say, Tracy, all the time, but I always forget it until, I experienced that accident where I was heartbroken over that young man for a couple hours after we found out why we were stuck in that traffic. Like, sitting in traffic in comparison to what that family was experiencing that afternoon, getting a phone call or a visit from the police. Yep. Like, I'll sit in traffic all day long. Correct. I was very grateful that I was sitting in traffic and not that other family. And you say it all the time, though. I've heard you say it, not all the time. I've heard you say, instead of being upset about something, you look at it and go, I'm glad that happened, because you don't know down the road what.
Correct.
Go ahead and tell people that, because I think it's so good.
I kind of started because I was a junior in high school when 9/11 happened. And so our secretary, her son was in the buildings, and so he passed away, obviously. But there were stories that came out after that of like moms that were supposed to go into work that day, but their kid was sick, so they stayed home. And it's like I know that this is where it gets like, well, why did that happen to them and not them? But it doesn't matter. The fact is like that person's life was spared because one thing happened. Their kid was sick. She probably didn't want her kid to be sick that day. But then now, hindsight, thank God, because she wasn't in the buildings. But one thing I was going to tell you, and it relates to this, is that one of the things that God has been showing me, because I've sown and given my tithe and all this stuff, and I talk to God about it often, and I remind him of his verse in Malachi 3:10-11. It says, bring all the tithe into the storehouse so that there will be enough room in my temple. If you do, says the Lord of heaven's armies, I will open up the windows of heaven for you. I will pour out a blessing so great you won't have enough room to take it in. Try it, put me to the test. So I remind him of that. And then he reminds me of the other part of the verse where in King James it says, I will rebuke the devourer for your sake, and he shall not destroy the fruits of the ground. And it goes on. So one of the things he's showing me lately is how much he rebukes the devourer out of my life. Yeah. And so I have so many stories, one being on Halloween. So I had the girls with me, and we were trick-or-treating, and we had all the doors off of the Jeep. And every time we were on back roads, it's like everybody's going like 15 miles an hour. There's no cars out. There's nobody. So they're just jumping out, going, and we're like, look for cars, but like they're just jumping out, going. There's nobody anywhere. It's like as everybody goes to this one neighborhood in my thing, and there's cars everywhere down there. Everybody goes in. We're just driving around. We have all the doors off. The girls are jumping in and out, Tootie and Charlotte, and we're at one house. And Allison, instead of going out her door, for whatever reason, decides to go out with Charlotte. Well, at that same moment, a car comes flying past us. If Allison would have got out that door, I don't know what would have happened. And I took my breath away. I was like, where the heck did that car come from? And Jared's like, they must have been like on my butt or something, because we were going like 15 miles an hour with our flashers on, just because it was starting to get dark. We were right at the end. Well, I heard that night on Next Door that there was a man driving around, and he was 66. He hit a car, and then he hit 3 kids, and one of the girls was 16, and she had to get life flighted that night. And it was at that neighborhood where all those people were. And so God just reminded me, like, I'm rebuking the devourer for you. And I have so many stories lately, but it is that, like, thank God Allison decided to get out the other side. But like, but God reminds me, like, your family's protected. Like, you are doing the things. You are my child. I have a level of protection over you. And it makes me very, very thankful. So even though I haven't seen the fullness of what I know I will see, he reminded me of his other part of the verse that he has been very faithful in.
Amen. That's so true.
Yeah.
It's so true. In the things that you can't see.
And or even I
You
literally
would have
saw
never
that.
even known.
The cost, even like obviously sparing like whatever could have happened, but like the cost associated like with like life flight and like all like that's rebuking the devourer. Of course, like life is the most, and the girl is fine. She did get a laceration on her head. She broke her leg, broke her arm, so she was pretty beat up. But the mom said she's going to be totally fine, totally going to be able to recover and everything. But like still like to end your night that way, like
Not cool.
no. And this man, and he sped off. Like he took off. They had to go find him at his house.
So maybe that's where he was flying from.
I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, I don't even know
Or
if it was
maybe
right.
it's not the same
Might
guy.
not have been the same guy, but like it was in the same neighborhood, the same area, and it's, things happen. And so, not to my family,
Yeah.
because God reminds me that He will rebuke the devourer.
So true. It's so true.
So if you're not tithing, this is a tithing message for you. Please start. You can't afford not to.
Yeah.
You can't.
And make sure that your heart is right.
Amen.
Because new covenant giving is the condition of your heart. So
It is.
it really is.
You're supposed to be a joyful giver,
Yes.
not a resentful giver.
right.
It's a big
So
difference.
check your heart
Check your heart.
all the
as
time.
you give.
And also, like, you get to keep 90% of it.
I know.
So if you can't
It's-
afford not to,
Like 90%.
why? Yeah,
it's wild.
90.
It's wild.
That's a great return
You
on
can't
investment.
give me a good enough excuse so that you can't give me a good enough excuse why you're not tithing. There really isn't,
yeah.
because it's
I'll
Temp-
never not tithe.
yeah, it's
because it's my
10%,
security
like,
blanket.
That's what. Maybe not have Starbucks.
Or make more money.
Or make more money.
Make more money. I'm always about make more money. Like,
Oh, me too.
You know what I
Like,
mean?
What's the
But-
side hustle? Let's figure out
yeah,
a side hustle.
Right. And then give all that money.
But that means
until-
your tithing is more.
Right. But I'm
But
like,
they will have
but they'll have more money.
But they will have an excuse then.
I know. No, they'll always have an excuse. But I'm just saying, like, if you don't have enough money because you can't pay your bills, make more money.
Or be a good steward of what you
And
have.
then, of course, be a good steward. Right. Right.
I mean, you'll
Yeah.
have enough money if you're a good steward of what you have.
It's true.
Or just get revelation of like God gave His best to us, which was His Son,
There you go.
His one and only Son. Like we should reflect our Father. We should give our best from
All the time.
from a grateful heart.
I agree.
So true.
So good.
So true. Everything should be done in excellence and I don't know, and appreciation.
I know.
Yep.
So I saw this thing. It said, what if gratitude is spiritual warfare? Isn't that interesting? I was like, this is how I fight my battles song, because it is. A lot of times I've never looked at gratitude as spiritual warfare.
I didn't either until you just said that.
But it makes sense that it is. It is because I think I have scriptures that. No, I don't have scriptures. Then it said, what if gratitude is spiritual warfare? And then it went on to say that it's a language of faith. Gratitude is a language of faith.
Yep. 100%.
Yep.
Because it says, God, you're still good even when I don't see it yet.
Yep.
Which is spiritual warfare, guys.
Yeah.
Because you're telling all of the voices in your head that are spirits of confusion, spirit of fear, all of those things, that you're going to walk in faith and you're going to be grateful in spite of everything that they have coming at you and are telling you that it's truth. That's spiritual warfare. And it said gratitude equals trust.
Yeah.
True.
Very true.
Because it eliminates complaining, which attracts chaos, and gratitude attracts peace.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's prophetic. It said it declares that God is faithful even before you see His hand move. Because you're walking in, like, if your mouth is speaking it, you're prophetically claiming or proclaiming what you believe, even though you don't see it. And you're thanking Him for the very thing that you are walking in faith to see.
Yeah.
I would challenge everybody. I'm going to do sponsors after this, but I would challenge everybody. One year, I did. It was hard. Like, this was hard what I did. one year in November, it was in October, I decided every day, starting November 1st, I was going to post on social media. This is when I liked it, which is a long time ago, on Facebook, because I don't even think Instagram was around. I was going to post every single day what I was thankful for, which made me accountable to do it, because I said, I'm going to do, because I put it on Facebook. Every day, starting November 1st, I'm going to write something that I'm grateful for. Do you know how hard that was?
Was it really?
Yeah. I found out I'm not a very grateful person.
Oh my gosh.
In that moment,
Okay.
I found out that I wasn't a very grateful person.
Wow.
I had to dig deep.
Wow. Okay.
30, oh wait, you think about it. Like, even if I started
Yeah.
27 days, like, I'm grateful for my husband, I'm grateful for my kids, I'm grateful for my house, I'm grateful for my car, I'm grateful that I have food to eat. Start after that.
Mm-hmm.
Start really trying to think, what are you grateful for? And it really made me look at my life and realize I am not a grateful person, until I had to dig deep, and I went, holy moly.
Yeah.
Like, I should be grateful for a lot of things,
Yeah.
because a lot of great things happen to me. And I don't count them as something to be grateful for. I count them with entitlement or expectation.
Yeah.
That's dangerous. That's very, very dangerous to have that thought process. A lot of people that I know that have done this, they said it was hard for them too. Now, I'd probably be very easy for me. I think I was in my 30s when I did that, and like late 30s. Now, for me, I'd be able to.
Yeah.
But then, that's pathetic, though. So I challenge you.
Yeah.
Not you and Tracy, not
Can I
Vanessa
post on
and Tracy.
Facebook?
I challenge people listening every day until Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
which you know you don't have that many days left, because it is the 8th.
Yeah.
I challenge you. It's going to be 19 days. Isn't it 19 days?
I think it's the
No.
7th today.
It's going to be 18 days.
Yeah.
18 days. You have 18 things to be grateful for. And I challenge you, don't do the ones that are obvious.
Yeah.
Do the ones that cause you to think, because you will be shocked and amazed
Yeah.
at I'm not talking about just little things. I'm talking about there's big things. If you think back on the things that God has rescued you from, the things that God has healed you of, I mean, you're going to have to dig. And your faith, you'll want to journal it. I'm not kidding you. You're going to want to journal it, because you'll never, like, when I have things that I'm walking through in faith, a lot of times I'll start reviewing the things that God has
Yeah, that's good.
helped me through, or delivered me from,
Yep.
or answered the prayer of. And then I'm like, well, of course he's going to do this.
Right.
Why wouldn't he?
Right.
But if you're not thankful, then you won't have those things. And I'm just telling you, you start listening to things you're thankful for, then you're going to start realizing the faith walks that you've gone through, and how he has come through every single time.
Right.
And then you'll draw on those things in moments where you're like, oh my gosh, this is a big one. And then you're going to go back to your journal and go, that's not that big.
Yeah.
Right.
That's actually pretty easy.
Right.
Because if he did that then, he'll do that this time, you know? And I'm telling you right now, there are things that the world would say, I mean, just this building alone. Just this building alone. But there are so many things, like even in the past, the different things that for this church, not even my personal life, that the Lord has come through every single time on this church.
Yeah.
Like, it could only be his hand
Right.
that made it happen. And there were times that Tom and I wanted different places, and we believed that we would get them. No, we never really claimed them, but we were believing, because we just want, and it never came to pass. And we'd be like, oh. We got to a point where we were like, something better's coming.
Yeah.
And I have literally said to him since we've moved in here several times, thank God he never answered our prayer,
Yeah.
because we had no idea this was coming. But
right.
thank God
Yeah.
we didn't get what we wanted. We got what he
Yeah.
said we deserved.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if he gives you something, you deserve it, or he wouldn't have given it to you.
It's good.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to be that humble, I don't deserve it, baloney. If he gave it to you, you deserve it.
Amen.
He wouldn't have given it to you then.
It's true.
So we're going to do sponsors. You want to add anything?
I actually have a journal, and on the very front, it says that verse, goodness and mercy follow me all the days of my life. And I jot
Great
down,
scripture.
like, even the smallest things, like I got a parking spot, that I wanted.
And if you know Vanessa and her parking situation,
You understand.
That is.
You absolutely
that's
understand.
right there.
And you know what I've noticed? That now I look for these things.
Right.
And they're all around me.
All the time.
And so when you live a life of gratefulness and when you live a life of thankfulness, yes, do it for the next 18 days, but maybe have a lifestyle of this. It has literally rewired my brain to expect the best always.
Always.
Yeah.
I get made fun of. I was just telling somebody this week. I think it was Creighton. Creighton and I were going somewhere. And I get made fun of because I'm always like, if something happens, like, oh, that's, and I'll like be so excited about it. And I'll tell Tom and he's like, that's it. And I'm like, what do you mean that's it? I know. Like, that's great. But I'm like you.
Yeah.
I think even in the littlest of things, I don't let that go because I appreciate, because it didn't have to happen that way.
I feel like it's the little things that I notice, but nobody else noticed. I feel more intimate with the Lord in those little. Yeah, I love when He comes through in a big way, but it's the little ones where I'm just it's like I don't know. I just feel like super intimate with the Lord.
You know why? Because it's in the small details of your life that He even cares about.
Yeah.
I mean, most people think it's the big things and they never expect in the small things, but God is even into the littlest details of our lives. And when you see that He cares that much for something that's so small but so significant to you, then that makes you just fall in love with Him even more.
True.
At least it does for me.
Yeah, it
I'm like,
does.
man, you care about even the thing that somebody would say is so insignificant. But to you, it's just as important as the big thing.
Yeah.
Because He's so great, man.
When I turned 40, I love sunflowers. Sunflowers is very special between me and the Lord. And for my 40th birthday, He showered me in sunflowers.
Isn't that awesome?
It was. It felt like a gift
I see
from
you.
heaven. Yeah,
I see you,
literally.
Vanessa.
Literally.
Yeah. I have felt like that. I have literally felt like the Lord was like, I see you.
Yep.
Right now, there's nobody else. It's just you. And that's powerful. Like, that is a powerful thing that you feel like a lot of times people don't even have that with their spouse, right? But you can have that with God, where it's like, even in the smallest of things, He sees you. And He's going to make sure that you know you have value. And I think that's so important. And I'd rather have that from Him than that from Tom. Personally. And I do get that from Tom. But even if I didn't have it from Tom, I'd rather have it from God than a tangible being all day long.
Yeah.
It's so much more powerful and so much more special. I mean, the God of this universe.
Right. Stop to show you a sunflower.
Yeah, right.
Just you.
Just you.
Out of the 8 billion people on this planet, you're that important.
Special.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Anybody think anything else? Because we're down to a minute. Okay, let's do our sponsors, and then we're going to close out. Real Estate Appraisal Associates of Southwest Florida, Inc. is owned by Laura Keller, and they have been in business since 2005. They provide the most accurate certified home appraisal in the appraisal service in Southwest Florida, and they have upfront pricing with no hidden fees. No waiting for a couple weeks for your appraisal. They will have it done in 2 to 4 days. And why do you need an appraisal? There are many reasons to get one. First, when you sell your home, it removes any concern that you priced it too low, to eliminate paying high estate taxes on a home you inherited, to make sure that you are not paying too much in property taxes because of an inaccurate home valuation, and lastly, so that when you list your home, it's not priced too high and sits on the market for months or longer. Real Estate Appraisal Associates of Southwest Florida are highly trusted and valued, and they have done over 10,000 appraisals. They are locally owned and operated for over 30 years. They are a licensed state certified appraiser and are an expert team. The appraisals have a 100% money-back guarantee, and they can provide residential real estate appraisals in the following counties: Charlotte, Sarasota, Manatee, DeSoto, Hillsborough, Pinellas, and Lee. And if you give them a call and tell them that you heard about them from the Hope Hotline, you will receive a $50 discount. Give them a call at 941-743-3700, 941-743-3700. Hanson's Automotive Services has been in business since 2017 with 20 years experience. They do everything from oil changes to tires to AC work to engine repair and replacement. They are not just motivated to do their best, they are auto-motivated, and their business lives by Proverbs 16:3. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. Give them a call at 941-460-3962, 941-460-3962. Thank you for joining us on the Hope Hotline. Girls, we were a skeleton crew today,
We were. It's just us.
but we did good.
We did it.
We did. We made it.
We made it.
Surprise, surprise.
If you come to church on Sunday, remember Norma and Tracy's birthday, Sunday.
Yeah.
So say hey to them, give them a happy birthday. And we will be celebrating it on Wednesday because we will be back on Wednesday. We will see you Sunday. Join us live on our live stream if you don't live in the area. And that is that. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Real talk.